When you think about the way in which God chose critical leaders, it's unorthodox at best. The Lord came and stood there calling as before, "Samuel, Samuel." And Samuel said, "Speak, for your servant is listening." I don't know where this saying, "Don't send a boy to do a man's job," originated from. But I can tell you this, it did not originate with God. When you think about the way in which God chose critical leaders, it's unorthodox at best. Or maybe in the world's eyes, it would be considered downright foolishness. Historians place Samuel's age at right around 12 years old. A boy sent to do a man's job. Samuel, from the very beginning, is a willing servant. And it was fascinating that it took 4 tries for God to finally break through to Samuel. And Samuel recognized or asked, "Who is this?" And sure enough, on the 4th time, "Samuel, Samuel." The line of communication between God and Samuel is opened when Samuel responds, "Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening." This 12-year-old boy was faithful, willing to serve, and he served the Lord God. God was persistent in Samuel's life. And God is persistent in our lives, sometimes speaking directly to us, and other times utilizing other individuals to help us hear God's call. I believe that God is still working today, even for those of us who may have a hard time hearing God speak to us. And when God calls, we tend to be like Samuel. And we don't necessarily hear God's voice correctly. We may make excuses. We might be looking around and saying, "Well, God can't be speaking to me. I wonder who God is speaking to." But God is speaking to us. Jesus seems quite satisfied to call ordinary people, people like myself, people like you. God calls ordinary people to do extraordinary things. We are never too old. We are never too young to say yes. We are never too rich, and we are never too poor to say yes. We are never too old or too young to listen for God's voice and calling in our lives.